Like very relaxed. Hi, happy Friday. There's like a little glare right there. Happy Finance Friday. Thank you for joining.
Did you just say that there's a glare right here?
Yeah, there is. Why don't maybe you should sit here?
All right. Well, one second.
Hold on one second. We're switching seats because Jim's little bald right here, and its glare is hurting me. See? Sit. Yeah, there you go. Hi.
Okay. Oh, that is
See?
a little better.
You had like this like light right here, and you're like blending. Hey, Jackie. Jackie is so awesome. If you guys need marketing needs, I highly suggest you contact Reframe.
Oh my gosh, we
love you, Jackie.
We had a Charity
Megan.
for Change meeting, and
Yes.
Jackie was at that meeting. Jackie, you are
Amazing.
full of energy.
Yes.
Like Karen couldn't love you any more than she does. Loves you. Everyone loves you.
Yes.
So
That's
much
so
energy,
true.
and she gets stuff done.
Yes, she absolutely does. So, welcome to Finance Friday. Follow us on Twitter at Nova Wealth Management, MGMT. I just realized I'm completely shouting. I'm probably blowing their eardrums out. Go to our YouTube channel, Nova Wealth Management. I always do like 90-second little videos with quick tips. And we'll summarize usually our Finance Fridays on there too. Like us on Facebook, and of course share this video if you know someone that would like this video, or if you just think it's good information. So, if you've looked at your phone, looked at the TV, looked at a newspaper or a magazine, walked outside, you probably have heard the terms Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. Hey, Sam, I saw your missed call. I literally just got out of a meeting. I'm sorry. I will call you back. So you've probably heard the terms cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, BitChain or blockchain. What others?
Well, Ethereum,
Ripple, Litecoin. They're all
Ripple?
Yeah.
You used to drink Ripple
No.
in Wisconsin?
No.
What'd you guys drink? Not Ripple, but
Not Ripple.
some
Help me
dog.
out, my Wisconsin
Or,
friends. Two Dog.
Two Dog.
Hey, Andreas. Yeah. What made me think of Ripple to Two Dog? How does that have anything to do?
I don't know. You drink some crazy stuff. I thought it was Ripple.
I'm so happy Jim is back.
Did you
Aren't you all happy that Jim is here? Hey, RT, I hope you're feeling better. Thunderbird, Sam. Thunderbird. That was a good one, too. Oh, are we all happy that Jim is back? Yay!
Mm-hmm.
Glare and all.
Happy
I'm going
to
to take him.
It's pretty bright.
Okay, so let's get to it. So, maybe you've tried, like we have, to really dissect what is cryptocurrency. Should I buy it? Should I be a part of it? How does it work? So, I'm not drinking it now. No, this is tea.
The Ripple?
Whatever. Ripple? No. It is Ripple, right? Yeah.
That's what Fred Sanford used to drink, I think.
I don't know who Fred Sanford.
I knew you wouldn't. She's so young, she doesn't even know who Fred Sanford is. RT, you type who Fred Sanford is for everyone, just in case they don't. He knows. Trust me.
No.
He knows.
So, anyway, we keep getting off topic.
Well,
if you've tried to dissect what this stuff is and how it works, we're going to try to simplify it today.
With a disclosure that we don't know much either. I think if we're gonna consistently talk about cryptocurrency, it's important to understand that we're in the process of learning. So I thought the way we could take the direction of this show.
Sanford and Sons.
Thank you, RT. I told you he knew.
I don't know what that. He probably Googled it.
No, he didn't. He knows.
Anyway.
So I thought we may want to, if we're going to talk about cryptocurrency on a weekly basis, I think it's important that we explain that we're not experts.
They don't know that we're going to talk about it on a weekly basis yet.
Well, that's not this show, is it?
No.
Well, so we're going to talk about it a lot anyway.
We're thinking of doing an only crypto show weekly, like a live about cryptocurrencies, what's going on, should you buy it, what you should do if you're in it, maybe you take gains. We're going to do that weekly, I think, introduce new cryptocurrencies, new exchanges, new stores that are now accepting cryptocurrencies. We're thinking about doing this weekly. So, your thoughts are obviously valued, so let us know if we should do that weekly. But today, we're just going to cover what it is, which I want to get to right now because it's super important because this is like all they're talking about in the news right now is cryptocurrency. So first of all, let's talk about what is currency? What is money, right? So the actual piece of paper itself isn't what has the value. It's how much value is this cup? How much value?
Just put your finger in my cup.
Oh my! Are you kidding me? That you care about that right now?
You could have grabbed your cup. It's sitting right there.
How much value is this?
Is in her cup.
How much value is this Post-it thing? So that money helps us determine value, and what's always regulated that value is either credit card companies or banks or PayPal or the government. Right?
Yes.
Very good.
Yep.
So there's always been a third party. You have a friend that's a dealer? Yeah. So there's miners now. There's stores that mine these cryptocurrencies, right? So, hey, Sydney, hi. So what it is it's a way to determine value. So that's all money is. It's like an accounting system, really, to determine value. What has more value than the other? And with all these third-party regulations, government or credit cards or whatever, there's been a lot of people that question it. You always hear people say, oh, the system, like government or the Fed or banks.
China devalued their currency.
China's always in control
within
of
the
their
last
currency.
couple of years. They're manipulating their currency, and crypto, you can't manipulate it.
You can't manipulate it. So crypto, if I sell something to Jim or Jim sells something to me, it goes directly here. There's no third party. There's no bank that says, okay, yep, we're going to clear this check and pay him his money. Or there's no credit card company saying, okay, yep, we're going to take your money and we're going to send them money. It's direct. So that's what that's where it evolved, right after the financial crisis or right before?
Right. Well, I think they were working on
Bitcoin.
it before the financial crisis in 2008, and after that they kind of felt like, all right, this is something that could have legs, because in 2008, I don't know if a lot of people probably
we have to talk, Kristen. Holy cow. Gotta get back to talking with Kristen.
Can you talk to Kristen later?
Yes, I can. Sorry.
Super. In 2008, the financial markets almost failed because of greed.
Right.
And they almost literally went away.
So
everyone
this is why
remembers
crypto
2008.
came about, because there is no third party. There's nobody. So this is a blessing and a curse, right? So it's not regulated, but that's also a good thing, because what do you mean it's only an idea, RT? I don't know, maybe we missed the idea above that. But what it is really is an actual way to determine value and buy and sell goods. And there are places that are now accepting cryptocurrencies. By the way, Overstock.com just now added it as an option.
To pay?
Yeah. To pay with, I think,
cash?
just Bitcoin. I think just Bitcoin, not Litecoin, not any of the other cryptocurrencies, but I think it's
maybe
just Bitcoin.
Bitcoin Cash. This is where we don't know.
So we're still learning the details. Like we have our own Coinbase account, like that's an exchange, and we're working on it, and we're establishing what it's like to trade Bitcoin, and we're working through it. We don't like to give recommendations until we really know something thoroughly. We know enough, but like you said,
we don't know enough.
All the details.
We don't know enough. We're learning, so we're going to learn together, because we have so many clients.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So many clients that are asking the questions, and we thought, well, let's learn with everybody.
Right.
This is not a recommendation. This is purely educational. We're just having a discussion and see where it goes.
Today it went way down to like 12,000. Well, today it hit 12, almost broke 12,000. It was like 12,090 for one Bitcoin. And now you said at the end of the day it closed at like 14,000 and something. So this thing is crazy volatile. Yeah,
about 5 minutes before 4 o'clock, I looked to see where it was. Bitcoin was at 14,237. And right before 4 o'clock...
Really, Megan?
What'd she say?
As much as you're on social media, you've never heard of cryptocurrency and Bitcoin?
Well, she's in Plant City, Florida. They don't have... Do they have TVs there?
Yes, they do.
Radio? You could get your radio in your car. I know you don't have a TV probably in the house.
That's not nice. We love you,
Plant
Megan.
City is almost as small as your town you grew up in.
Basketball, yep.
Basketball.
So, okay, for people just...
No, let me finish.
Hold on. Let me start. There's a lot of people that just joined. I want to just say what we're talking about before you get into the example.
Okay, go ahead.
So we're talking about all things cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and what it is, what Bitcoin actually is, what cryptocurrency is, how does it work, and Jim's going to get into a specific example right now, but we're going to be tweeting about currencies and cryptocurrencies and possibly doing a Facebook Live. Sam just posted actually a YouTube video. That's a good one.
That's awesome. I was going to say, there's lots of YouTube videos. You'll learn a lot more.
Some of them aren't great, though.
But some of them are very good.
You have to go through a few to find what clicks with you, because I realize this is kind of an abstract concept. For me, I know it was too. But anyway, go over your example, because I think that will help.
Well, just staying on that. Sam posted that the YouTube video. There's a great I guess a documentary.
It is a documentary
on Netflix.
Yep.
Crypto
Satoshi Nakamoto.
Something.
It's all about how he founded it and why he founded it and who was involved in it.
And they give a great.
We'll have to post it. We'll have to tweet it.
Good, let's do that.
Or post it on Facebook, because it is a documentary. It's very good.
Yeah, because you're going to learn way more from that. And those YouTube videos. There's good ones out there.
Well, we're going to do some YouTube videos, too, on our own.
Well, we'll do our best.
Okay. So, Bitcoin tanked today.
Yeah.
Over the last few days.
5 minutes before 4 o'clock, Bitcoin was at 14,237. Right before we started the show.
Bitcoin, $14,247, just to be clear on that.
And right before we started the live, it was at 14,688. It was up 400.
And this morning it was at 12,000. So this is what
this is
the risk. So
crazy.
If you do want to buy something like this, obviously it's going to go up by thousands and down by thousands. And you can buy partial Bitcoin, by the way. So if we're talking about, $14,000 for one Bitcoin, what if I don't have $14,000 to put in it? Well, you can buy partial Bitcoin. Also, there's an ETF, or an exchange traded fund, which is a way to invest in things. It's not an. Why don't you explain an ETF really quick? And we have videos and courses on this too, so try to explain what it is very quickly.
The Bitcoin ETF is a little bit different because it's on the futures. It is.
So that just got a little complicated. But
yeah.
It's a way to buy Bitcoin and at least just be involved in it, even if you don't necessarily understand. Buy to hold. Yeah. Some people could make the argument, though, that you should be more active because it is so volatile. I totally get what you're saying, Solomon. Just buy to hold, don't react. But some people are also saying buy when it's low and sell when it's high. Obviously, that's easier said than done. But it's so crazy volatile. As long as you're on top of it, that's what I've heard people are doing too. But yeah, it could be a long-term strategy as well if you're looking for like the big bucks. If it's money you're just willing to lose, buy and hold totally works. I see both sides of it.
Yep. And again, not a recommendation.
No, we're just discussing. We're discussing it because this is what's in the news every day right now. And on Facebook and on Twitter, I see stuff about Bitcoin all the time. And this is becoming a real thing. Like I just said earlier, for those that just joined, Overstock.com just allowed it to be a way that you pay. So now you can pay with Bitcoin to buy things on Overstock.
I think it was Bitcoin Cash, not Bitcoin.
BitCash?
I believe so.
I read it was Bitcoin, but I've not personally bought something on Overstock. Maybe I'll have to do that to actually see what. But that's what you can buy with Bitcoin, is just stuff. Like, so people, that's one of the questions that I've been getting from clients is, well, what do you buy with Bitcoin? How do I use it?
Let's talk about the ledger. What's that called? The blockchain.
Yeah.
So the videos that you guys will see if you go to YouTube and get a video, or if you watch the Netflix documentary, they give a great illustration of the blockchain, and essentially all it is moving units of value from one person to the other. So everything balances out. They use computers all around the world.
And it's all transparent. Like what the blockchain is literally like every transaction.
Everyone.
It's transparent.
And
that's why they don't need the third party to be involved.
So if you want to buy my cup that Amy's finger was in for whatever, a unit
wife.
or whatever.
You would think he'd be all right with
me
just
I'm not.
touching your cup.
I'm not.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not.
Okay. I'm sorry.
So if she was to buy, if she was going to buy this cup, it would come out of her ledger and move over into mine.
Right.
And everything balances. So it's really neat how they do it because there's no third party.
So here's the downfall.
Third parties equal fees. When you have a bank who gets involved with the transaction
then you have more fees.
To buy a house, there's lots of fees.
Right.
In the future, and this is a global movement. This is moving in this direction. There isn't going to be a third party.
Well, so here's the downfall, right? So that this is just a trend. There's a lot of people thinking it's just a trend, and I've had clients that say, "Should I buy it?" And I don't feel comfortable enough to say, "Oh yeah, let's add this part of your portfolio." Like, we're not there yet. If you have money that you want to risk, that you are okay with risking,
if you're okay losing it,
right.
I'm okay with it.
But you have to understand, 4 or 5 days ago it was at 20,000, and now it's at 12. Or this morning it was at 12, and now it's at 14. So you're going to either have to not watch it or day trade it. One of the two things, because you're going to just drive yourself crazy. Why'd you say it like that?
Day trade. You could.
I'm just saying you got to either be super educated and on top of it, or just forget about it, because you're going to see it go up, down, and you're going to cause yourself a heart attack.
Right.
It's just not it's not a real asset class yet. It's not a real. It's not one of those investments that you should have a part of your portfolio yet. We're not there yet. And actually, one of the exchanges, the bigger ones, Coinbase, shut down today. When the Bitcoin was down so much, it just shut down. It just stopped trading. So, there's a lot of things going on that aren't ironed out yet that you have to be very careful. And we also know somebody very a close friend of ours that actually just lost his money because he put it on an exchange that went under. The exchange went under.
Yeah, so the platform you use is critical.
It's very important.
And we've done some research. We feel like Coinbase is probably one of the bigger ones. However, Amy just mentioned they stopped activity today for a little while. It's back up now, but on a lot of volume. I mean, it was down big right. today. It was down 20%, I think, at one point. For the week, Bitcoin's down 37% for the week. So this isn't something that you want to. You don't want to put your nest egg in this and hope to become rich.
Timmy, how are you?
Hey, John.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought too. Tamara looked it up. Overstock is taking Bitcoin, not Bitcash.
No kidding.
Yeah. So for everybody just joining, we have a lot of people just joining. We're talking cryptocurrency, a lot of Bitcoin, a lot of what it is and what the trading is like right now, and should you buy it and what should you do with it? Should you own it? We're just talking all things cryptocurrency, and we're thinking, depending on the amount of watches on this, we may start doing a weekly thing and reporting on the cryptocurrencies and what's new. This maybe kind of, maybe we look back on this in 10 years and say this was just a trend and a craze, or maybe we look back on this in 10 years and say, holy cow, why didn't we get in? So what we're saying is we need to pay attention, but we're not there yet that we're saying everybody needs to own it, or that this is a recommendation, or that this needs to be a part of your portfolio for sure. It's just something we're talking about, that we're learning about together, and we're trying to give you some tips on if you wanted to own it, and if you have money that you are willing to lose, but you think this is a good bet, there's ways that you can buy it. There's an amount of money that you can put in. It doesn't have to be a full Bitcoin. A Bitcoin is over $14,000 right now.
Right. To give you an idea, you could go to Coinbase, and if you wanted to buy $500 worth of any, they trade any four of them on
currency.
Well, not any. They have Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash.
I think I've had too much caffeine.
Ethereum and Litecoin. Yeah. Caffeine really affects you.
I know. I start talking louder and I start talking faster.
Oh, is that why? I swear to God, I think she talks loud every time. All day. Anyway, you know what it is? It's not all day every day. It's when you get in front of, you're like the old lady that gets the phone and you're like, hello? And you have to yell into the phone. They could freaking hear you. They can hear you.
Again, so happy Tim is back.
No,
that's Ripple. No, I don't think so. I don't think Coinbase does Ripple. Do they do Ripple?
Ripple? Oh, I don't know what the hell Ripple is.
That's Ripple. My drink. He's thinking my drink is Ripple. No, Ripple is a cryptocurrency.
Are you sure? I think she made that up. I've never heard of Ripple.
No, I did not make it up. It's a crypto. There's a lot of cryptocurrencies.
No, I know.
If you're wondering,
there?
Stop talking for a second. Is there a difference between Bitcoin and cryptocurrency? And there is. Cryptocurrency is the name for any currency that isn't using a third party like a bank or a credit card company to process. But there's multiple cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin was really one of the first one, and it's the largest, and it's the one getting all the hype right now. But Bitcoin is a type of cryptocurrency. Okay, so that's probably something that is pretty important.
Yeah.
If you're going to buy cryptocurrency, you have to kind of pick one. Is there an ETF right now to buy cryptocurrency, or is there just one for Bitcoin?
Oh, I'm sure they're working on it. I think they're
getting there. There is an ETF for Bitcoin. So if you were looking to invest, again, not a recommendation. This is just if you're looking to buy Bitcoin, you were already looking. This is a way to buy it. An ETF. It's BTGH? No, BTSH.
BTCH? I don't know. There's an ETF on it.
Have your phone?
We'll
post it.
We could post it.
Right,
but the problem with the ETF is this. If you, not a recommendation, but if you wanted to buy the exchange traded fund, when you buy an exchange traded fund, you have to buy shares. You can't buy dollars. Like with a mutual fund, if you wanted to buy $300 worth of a mutual fund, you can do that. With an exchange traded fund, you have to buy shares. Mm-hmm. And those particular shares...
And you can't buy a partial share. You have to buy at least one share.
So on the exchange traded fund for the Bitcoin, I want to say it's trading around $3,000 a share.
Depending on what it closed at today.
Yeah, maybe $2,400. So it's over $2,000.
So let me ask you this. So Bitcoin is down 37% for the week.
Yeah.
Did you take a look at what the ETF is down for the week? Is it similar to that?
Well, I'll say this.
Because that's the other thing with futures on the ETF. ETF, again, I know we're throwing out all these crazy terms. Exchange traded fund, all that means is it's a way to buy into an investment. So you can buy an ETF that holds stock. You can buy an ETF that holds bonds. You can buy an ETF for gold. So an ETF is just a way to buy into like a Bitcoin without going to an actual physical store and buying a Bitcoin. It's just a way to trade it. Okay?
Right.
So just so you know.
Yes.
But is it? We'll have to check if the ETF is similar to that, because that's one of the problems is that sometimes, hey Danny, the ETF doesn't mirror what you're actually trying to be invested in. Mm-hmm. You have to check that out. I'm going to look that too. The Bitcoin ETF.
I got to be honest, I kind of drifted there. I'm not sure what you just said. I don't know why I was drifting.
Because you're my husband and I'm your wife talking about something.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
You block me out and listen to like 50% of what I say.
No.
So the husbands, you listen to 50% of what your wife says.
Not 50.
Bitcoin ETF is traded on the futures, which simply means futures are you're locking in a price. Don't go into this.
No. They don't care. It
All
doesn't
it
matter.
means is you're not actually buying physical Bitcoin, but you're buying something that's supposed to mirror the price of Bitcoin. Is that good?
Sure. Oh, I was going to say, if you wanted to buy that's what, I never finished my thought. If you wanted to buy $500 worth of Bitcoin or Ethereum or any of those, or Litecoin or Bitcoin Cash.
Or Ripple.
I
hope I'm
not
saying
on Coinbase.
That right.
I don't know if you are. $500, it's going to cost about $20 to buy $500. Now, which is 4%.
Cost you $20 to buy. Oh, you mean in like commissions?
Yeah.
In fees.
At Coinbase.com.
Okay, so you're getting that? So he's saying it cost commissions to purchase the Bitcoin.
To purchase the Bitcoin. So if you
if you go to a cash store to get money, to get dollars, you're going to have to pay them money to get your dollars.
Yeah, I suppose. So, what I don't know is if I invest $1,000, I don't know if it's still $20. So if it's $20 to buy 500 and $20 to buy 1,000, it's a difference of 2 and 4% depending on how much you invest. Right. So I don't know. I don't think it's a standard 4%. Is my point.
Will you summarize real quick? We had several people join. So say what we're talking about and summarize.
We're talking about cryptocurrency, and we're going to disclose that we don't know a whole lot about cryptocurrency. We're seeing there's a huge demand. Every day people are calling and asking, should I buy this? And this is not a recommendation to buy. I think we're just kind of talking about it. Maybe we could educate each other and learn together, and talk about resources. We talked about
the YouTube or the Netflix documentary, which I will post.
Yes.
The YouTube videos, which
Can you post the Netflix documentary? How do you do that?
Well, I can just say what it's called.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. I'm
good.
Post the title.
Almost everybody.
I think almost everybody has Netflix.
I love Netflix.
I'm going to post the ticker for the Bitcoin ETF so you can purchase Bitcoin via the ETF, because otherwise you have to go to an actual store, or you can go to like a Coinbase, or you have to go to an exchange. But there are actual places now that mine, just meaning they complete Bitcoin transactions. And they're making money. They're calling it mining. That's what Bitcoin mining is right now. You're completing a Bitcoin transaction. So if I sell Jim something, a miner has to just make sure that happens.
Yep, and all that is it's a computer with a chip in it that just balances the ledger. Right. That's really all it is.
Go over again what the ledger is real quick, the blockchain.
The blockchain is just moving this unit of value to this person who bought something,
like
and
it just slides over.
So it's
very transparent. So that's what people like about it, right? Because there's no bank like behind the scenes taking 3 days to clear your check or 7 days to clear your check. There's no credit card company that it sits in the abyss or sits in the pending for like 5 days. There's no government just printing it, just making it. There's a maximum. Didn't they say 21 million Bitcoin?
They did.
There's a maximum of 21 million Bitcoins. There's a maximum number that's going to be issued. So you can't just go out and make more Bitcoin, which is also another attractive item about Bitcoin in general. And again, please don't take this the wrong way. Like I'm saying, when I say attractive as a quote unquote currency, that's different from saying it's an attractive investment. Let me clarify that. There's a difference between saying, oh, I think it's a pretty great idea for a currency. I think it could actually expand from here, and this is why the currency makes sense. Versus saying, oh, yeah, it's an investment and you're going to make money. Go out and buy it. That's two totally different things.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't you agree? I feel like you're...
No, I was.
You're again not listening to me.
I am listening. I was just thinking. I don't have a watch on and I don't have a phone by me. I was thinking we're running long. Maybe I wasn't.
The time is right there on the phone.
Oh, so we should probably wrap up. I think it was a good show. Personally, I thought we did a pretty good job.
All right, so let's wrap up. So essentially, Bitcoin or cryptocurrency is a way to value things. That's all it is. 427.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tamara. It's a way. It's right here.
Well, your phone says 527.
Well, it's been an hour off since the time changed.
She's on it. She's really on it.
I don't mind. I've adjusted already. So it's essentially a way to determine value. You know, does he have more than me? Is his cup worth more than my cup? It's essentially a way to determine value without having to involve a middleman or a bank or a government. You know, it's just direct transactions to people. And the way they keep track of it is called blockchain, and it's a ledger of all the transactions. That's in simple terms what it is.
You're an expert now.
No, not true.
No, but I think next week...
We aren't either. We're trying to figure out, where does it fit in? Because right now... it's so volatile, we can't recommend it as like an investment, as a part of your portfolio as financial advisors. We're trying to look at how we can profit from it, how we can make money from it. But at this point, no, if you call me and say, should I buy it? I can't give you a clear answer like, oh yeah, I think that's a great thing, because tomorrow it could go down $5,000.
Yeah, unless you're willing to lose it.
If you're willing to lose the money,
then yeah, I think I would.
So
if you're willing to lose it.
What's confusing, Megan? Because I don't want it to be confusing. It's an abstract thought, because we've always thought of the actual piece of paper being the value. But it's not. If you think about it, the actual value of $1 fluctuates, because sometimes gas is $3 and sometimes gas is $2. So it's not the dollar that's worth anything, it's the gas. How much is the gas worth? How much is the cup worth? It's about determining value. So when you go out and sell something, you sell a stroller that I don't need anymore. How much is it worth? Is it worth 10 euros? Is it worth $15? Is it worth 20 Bitcoin? Like, it's just establishing a value. Buy BTC in the dips to help balance out the fees. Solomon, we already gave you a shout out too, by the way, because Jackie joined earlier. You guys are awesome. And when the BTC goes back up, send it to a crypto exchange and invest in some altcoins to hold for long term. Only invest what you're willing to lose. Yep, totally. That is awesome right there. That's great.
Good advice.
There's a third party if you have to buy it to buy Jim's tainted cup.
It is tainted. Yeah, her cup's worth more than mine, because I got germs all over mine.
Oh my God.
All right, we're going to go. Have a great weekend. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Yes, and I'll post this on Twitter and YouTube at Nova Wealth Management, and YouTube is just Nova Wealth Management. Have an awesome weekend. Have a great holiday, guys. Thanks.